Good morning. My name is Dustin Taylor. This is Divinity Virtue. So it's just a little bit after 4 o'clock in the morning. Has anyone ever wondered why they kind of wake up, I don't know, around 3 to 4 almost every day? I guess they call that the witching hour. So spirits and all those other things that are around in this world apparently love to talk to me and keep me awake in the morning. And then around 4:35, I go to the gym. I guess it is what it is. Healthy habits. Anyways. So this has been a very interesting few days, and I think I had a really rough year. And in the last week, I've had three really nice things happen to me, which is pretty sad because I can tell you that's like six things in the entire year, and we're on December 22nd that have happened to me. And people have said six things. I'm sure there's been better than six things. And I said, honestly, my days have been the exact same every day. I lose money every day. I'm not making any money. My idea's done. People have left my life. New people are venturing into my life. But I go to the gym 2 or 3 days ago. I don't really remember the exact date, but I think people must know that I've had a rough year because it doesn't really matter what time you go to the gym. I'm probably there at some time. So I've probably seen every member either come through that place. I don't know. It's just been that safe haven for me. I like I said, I haven't had anything this year. Buy a lot of my food from the dollar store, from No Frills, and then I go to the gym, and then I try to just do side jobs just to keep me afloat. So it's been quite a year. But I go in, and a lady bought me a turkey dinner, and I went and picked it up yesterday, and it was kind of like the most heartwarming, saddest feelings I've ever had in my entire life. I've made six figures my entire life since I was 18. And if I didn't, it was always very close. I always lived comfortably. I always got to eat well. I always had money. I never had to ask for anything. And I didn't even ask for this turkey, but it was just the fact that she goes, I know you're having a hard time. I know you don't have a job. She goes, you're probably not even going to have Christmas, are you? And I said, honestly, the fact that my family believes that, and this is why I find it really hard in my family, is Christmas time. So we have some kids in our family who's my aunt, she got murdered. So we take care of these kids. And that's how family should be. I've watched just the way my mom treats them. I never got any of the stuff that they got. I get it that they've seen and lived maybe a rougher life. But then I also don't really tell people everything that I've seen or anything that I've gone through. I keep really to myself that people don't need to know me. It's just, you know what? I've gone through enough. Cool. I've watched so many people just misuse me, abuse me, hurt me, walk all over me. And it's been very interesting because my entire life I grew up just as a fat, chubby kid who just wanted to love everyone and be loved. That's all I wanted. But we moved around a lot. I never got to make friends, and then the friends that I did make, they didn't stay long. So I always knew that whatever was coming in my life would come, and then it would be gone. I also know, like, there's just so many ways I can go with this video, but I guess we'll just go back to that one thought. Picking up that turkey yesterday, I almost wanted to cry. Like I had tears in my eyes, and I was thinking, like, I went from being like top dog in my own mind to being like peasant. It's it's okay because like I know that this all had to happen for a reason. I know that I signed this whole contract. I know that I did questionable things in the past, and it wasn't like I said, it's never been anything that would put me in jail, but it was just more so I think when you're not doing things for the better good of everyone else and you're just doing everything for yourself, maybe that's what we're missing in life. And I get it because at the end of the day, earlier this year, I walked 82 kilometers home and it was just me. Nobody picked me up. No, I figured out the key. If you're ever hitchhiking, don't wear sunglasses and pray because once you pray, cars actually stop. So that's your little trick if you're ever hitchhiking. So that was that. And it was nice to see a turkey. Like I'm gonna have a nice turkey. Try not to eat a lot of carbs, so whoever I invite over will have a lot of carbs apparently. Um, Speaking of which, I woke up today. I must have gone through a plateau, which is really nice because my daily wake up schedule is look in the mirror, grab your fat, and see what you have left. My fat's a little bit smaller in places, which is that's nice. It wasn't 3 weeks this time for the plateau, so it was only 2 weeks. So maybe in the next 2 weeks by December 31st, maybe I'll see another plateau. We're coming up to December 28th, which I've made on my website, which is divinityvirtue.com, divinityvirtue.com, that I believe nobody can do the 1% challenge. So essentially, what the 1% challenge is it's a complete reset. It's 35 days where everyone's typically starts on January 1st. I want people to start on December 28th. And the reason I'm saying this is because it puts your mindset that you've had Christmas, you've enjoyed liquor, food, entertainment, done the Boxing Day, done the shopping, probably hung out with the friends and family, probably coming down to that time where you're like, I'm going to relax before New Year's. Here's the deal though. This is why I call it the 1% challenge. I don't think anyone can do it. I've done it. I can do it. I still do it. So I know I can do this. Sorry, I'm catching a cold again. Man, the weather is just crazy around here. Anyways, when the 1% challenge is essentially you give up every addiction, you go work out, you pretty much change your mindset. So the way that people who want to get through habits and triggers and stuff like that, it should be one day at a time. Like that is the logic. But when you talk to like psychologists or whatnot, or even just reading stuff, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. If you can get to that 3 day part, you've started a new cycle. That 3 weeks means you're getting there. That 3 months is pretty much that left or right break it. Because after 3 months, you're either going to go full steam forward and it's going to be a new path for the rest of your life, or you just say, hey, you know what? That was a good, fun 3 months. Can't do anymore, and you'll probably break down. And that's really that little mark, that 3 weeks to that 3 month mark. That's going to see all your patience, your mentality can go. This has just been a very interesting year. Like I can tell you times in the past when I didn't have a job, somehow I'd have enough money to go pay for addictions and get drunk and just numb myself, I guess, not really live in the world. So that was interesting. But another thing, like I said, 2 or 3 days ago, I actually had two other ladies. One lady gave me $50 cash, which, wow, she didn't have to do that. Another lady gave me a $50 gift card for no frills to grocery shop. So that's that's three things out of six in the last 3 days that were like very beautiful and pleasant in my life for this year, which is sad. But you know what? If those are my little wins this year, and I gotta say, hey, you know what? I took a huge loss this year. Didn't quite get to the six pack. I didn't get the CFA. Lost the girl. Like everything that I guess I was chasing for the last 2 years. It's okay because when you're in a spiritual awakening, you know that everything happens to you for a reason. So there's going to be a path that lights up for you. Go down that path. God will say, hey, I'm going to give you something on the other side of the path. They're going to go down that path as well. Now you both make the choice whether you continue the path or not. And I can tell you this year, I watched a lot of fakeness. And this is getting really hard on me because I have lots of love to give, but I'm not going to share it with a lot of people anymore. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've watched everyone use me. And this has been my entire life. You know, I've been made fun of my entire life, gone fights just because people didn't like me. You know, that kid, what, loved food. That kid who played baseball, golf, and loved food. Like, it's not like the golf and baseball are very high extraneous activities that I'm going to burn off probably all the calories that I was putting in. But then I can also tell you, like, just things with, like, um, my mom, you know, like, in my last video, I called her fake. And here's the thing is, I watch a lot of people put on a face. And I can talk to people and I can see their true identities almost. It's, for some reason, if your eyes and your words don't match to me, I get this feeling that you've put on a face, you're either lying. It makes it very hard for me to trust people. And I don't know where that strings from, but I know that I'm watching fakeness. And when I say like my mom's fake, she could be mad at me all she wants. Like it's going to be my opinion versus her opinion. But there's going to be times like when I was a mortgage associate. Here's the timing. When I say the timing works out or timing doesn't work out, she was one of three deals that I had started working out. So I had her, I had one of my ex best friends, and I had another client. And I guess this is also a life lesson. Don't do business with friends and family. If you're expecting them to help you out, that's probably the people that you go to at the end. Once you've already created something successful, then you can work with friends and family. But I think if you're starting out and you're trying to rely on them, I think that might be the wrong way because they might expect a lot more and you might be a little bit just green or fresh to the situation, right? So, um, yeah, so she was getting her mortgage done and we did the process. I did the paperwork, I sent it in. So essentially what happens in the mortgage industry is as a mortgage associate, it comes all through me. I do up the financials, I do up the numbers, I do up the TDS, GDS. I see what they can get approved for. It's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of things, requirements to get a house, right? So, and then there's CMHC fees if they don't have the proper down payment. There's a whole whack load to it. So, anyways, she allowed me to do her mortgage. And as I sent off the mortgage, at that time, we print everything off, ship it to a FedEx or Purelator or whoever delivers papers. They would take it to the bank or lawyer, whoever they go to first. I don't know the exact process. And whoever does that, and then it goes on to the next step, next step. And I think it must have been her bank that phoned her and said, "Oh, we still haven't received the paperwork." So instead of waiting, she made a rash decision. She canceled on me. She went back to her old mortgage broker, who all he had to do was just reprint up the stuff and just get signatures. So that was 6 months of commission that would have paid for my life. That nothing. No sorry, nothing. She goes, "Oh, it was you, it was you, it was you." And I'm thinking, you're one of my first three deals. Like, just wait. You know what happened? The paper came in like 5 or 6 hours later. So she made a rash decision because she thought that she couldn't get into her house that day. She would have had to wait 6 hours later. Sad, hey? But hey, she'll never say sorry to that. She'll never say sorry to that. That's not her. Okay, that's not my family. My family doesn't say sorry. You know? Yesterday, my grandma, so she asked me to sell her deep freeze. Not yesterday, a few days ago. And a guy comes over. This was interesting as well. He haggled me before he even seen the the deep freeze. Comes over, and because I had to let it defrost and everything, so I unplugged it. And when he opened up the top, I guess the ice, which had been on the top, all the water had melted but had come back. So it sprayed all over my room, all over my basement. Ruined my shoes again. Like I'm losing really nice shoes just because of bad timing. And so my grandma, she goes, "Oh, you need to clean this up and you need to clean the deep freeze." And I go, "Yo, if there's anything you can do in your own house, you gotta start doing this. I'm not here to take care of you anymore." I said, "For the last 10 years, I've been here and you guys just use me, use me." I said, "You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Anything you can do, whether it's your recycling, your garbage, cleaning your house, I'm not here for you anymore." And it sounds so bad, but all the people that I'm going to be here for, I'm going to have a very small, select circle. Whoever becomes my wife, she's going to be my ride or die. My friends, I got no true friends. They're all fake. Like, I watched all my friends come in and out of my life in this last 2 years, and I called this. I called it out to them, and I said, we shouldn't actually be friends. Astrological signs, we shouldn't be friends. Personalities, we shouldn't be friends. But you know what? I don't judge people. And I'll take it for, if you give me respect, I'll give you respect. It's a give and take in my world. And I still have a good read on people. I have a very good read on people. And I watched it, and I said, there's going to be a lot of people who don't like me. So it's okay. But, yeah, it's just been a very interesting year. I really don't even know what I've said for the last 17 minutes, to be honest. So I must be on a rant. I just know that if I do anything moving forward, I keep positive. I know I'm going to get slingshotted out of here. Like after this year, I think this was the realization. Canada doesn't feel like home to me. I've looked at my country, I've looked at my province. I think my province picked up something like 400,000 foreigners. And I'm looking around, I'm going, I can't even get a minimum wage job now to cover myself. So all those jobs are gone. All these people who've come into my country all have homes and cars, but yet people in my own hometown can't afford homes and cars. So that just took away all of our homes and all of our vehicles. I don't know. So what's the influx? We're taking people in to bring their money into our system to pay off all the bills that the government has taxed or secretly hurt the Canadian citizens because they love to rob us. That's quite nice of them, right? Like, you guys need to wake up. This government shady. This Canadian government is, come on, they're not. We're not even in the game. Whoever's running the world, obviously, is running Canada as well because we're just a bunch of full of donkeys. Look at our prime minister, biggest donkey out there. He's robbed us 3 times. Robbed us 3 times blind, and we still vote him back in. Come on, guys. At some point, you gotta look at yourselves and say, "Oh, we can't be just nice Canadians anymore. We gotta step up and actually say, F you, world." Like it's coming down to that. And maybe we're just brought up polite, but I'm going to tell you right now, I've traveled the world. We're fake. We're faker than fake. Because I can tell you, I'll say please and thank you. I'll show you respect all over the world and be like, wow, Canadians are so amazing. I'm thinking, no, we're fake. Like, I, I have no problem being who I am. And that was another thing, actually. In my other video, I called my mom fake. And I said that she's a chameleon and that she can go around and just talk to anyone, whether it's about anything. Okay. But she changes her persona to be like them. So she almost shapeshifts as a person to get people to trust her because she's one of them. People believe And that's why I think there's so much segregation is that everyone kind of segregates to what they're comfortable with, right? And my mom was very smart. She comes from the hood, so she knew how to like fit in or talk or have a small. She was small. She was 5'3", 100 pounds. So she knew how to talk and listen. She's a hood girl. She knows how to work the hood. Got into the corporate. But then when I watched her and how she raised me, fake. Because everything that happened to me, she wouldn't ever show other people, or the way I was raised, or I was grounded almost every week. How many people at the age of like 18 have a curfew at 10 p.m.? 10. And you're going to go, but you're 18. I'm going, but I was still in and out of my house. So they wouldn't let me in the house or they wouldn't let me leave the house, even if I was 18. And I'm just thinking, crazy. I don't even have my own rules. I can tell you, like, whether people believe this or not, man, like some of the punishments that I had, I grew up with my ass getting whipped by fly swatters. I can tell you, I've been choked out. I can tell you, I've been thrown into walls. I can tell you, like, I've been grounded so many times in my life, and I'm just thinking, wow, what an upbringing. It's like literally, I never got to do anything wrong, and it's probably for the better. I wasn't a delinquent kid, but I had no friends. Oh, sorry, I got to be home by 9 o'clock. This is my curfew. You're 16. You know, I follow rules because that's who I am. And I've been walking on my entire life. It's not going to happen anymore. And I went to soft mock, and there's this girl, and she just melts my heart. She's just so sweet. Okay, she just says the same things as me. She goes, the small little, well, she's really small. I'm not small, but she goes, this small little body just wants to love everyone. She goes, everyone just walks on me. And I said, what have you learned about your spiritual awakening and your twin flame? Because she's going through that same thing. I don't know if it's a twin flame. She might be, just because her relationship doesn't seem as intense as mine, but I'm going on my experience. And I know that twin flames are not a normal relationship. You just don't come level because one's the dark side of and one's the light side. So you guys got to somehow drop all of your egos, drop what you think, drop what you believe to believe in true love that happens at that time. So if she's going through it, okay, because I'm going to tell you, I know one other person who has a twin flame. Her twin flame died earlier this year, and her relationship is just like mine. So I see a lot of friction, and twin flames are very rare. So if anyone thinks they have a twin flame, good luck. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my twin flame, whether she's a karmic or not, I think she's absolutely beautiful. But as now that I've looked at her personality, because there's a runner chaser type thing that there's going to have to be a reunion. So what that happens is in the twin flames, it breaks you down, breaks down your soul, breaks down your ego, because you're going to go, well, if we love each other, how come we can't be together? Because both of us have egos, both of us have whatever we want, and there has to be a compromise. And it's like you're compromising with yourself. So it's like you better know if you're going left or right or straight, right? Like it's compromise is yourself. And so I just know that she'll have to come back in my life. And this is the decision. God will say, hey, I gave you the right decision. You took the right path. You led with your heart. You didn't play games. You didn't differentiate off the path. I followed the path. I've done this spiritual awakening, the truest form I can ever do it because I know what's coming at the end of this. And that's the only thing that keeps me going is knowing that two different people have told me the exact same ending. I don't know how to get to that ending, but every day I just wake up, try to be better, try to eat the same thing, try to treat people nice. I open up my heart. I've worked on my business, everything. But there's a lot of things that I just wish people I don't know. Maybe it's always that those are the two main questions that once people figure it out, life is different. Who are you as a person? What mark do you want to leave on this world? You can figure those two things out. That is your life. That will be your life no matter what. So when I look at myself, you know what? Who am I as a person? I like to dress up. I like to look like a pimp or a mob boss. So I have that in me. I have that stigma. I treat people with a lot of respect. I don't lie to people. I really try not to hurt people. But you know what? I do. I have. I have. And me as a person and like what the mark I want to leave on this world, like I said, I just want to show my family that I grew up with and the family that I produce the difference between night and day. I'm going to tell you, when I look at my cousins and I watch how much my mom spends money on them, and I'm thinking that they got better stuff than I ever had. Even if they come from like a hood rat life, their dad steals. And they have brand new clothes, brand new shoes, brand new electronics. I'm on a computer right now that I think is 6 years old. I don't even know how old this computer is. It's old. My cell phone, like I got my cell phone and I don't even know how old it is. It's old. I got nothing new, but I look at like those kids and they get everything brand new. And when she took them out for school shopping, bought them a new phone, bought them Nikes, bought them this, bought them that. I'm thinking, like, I know that we grew up poor, but even just the fact of they're allowed to go out until 4 in the morning. I had a curfew at 9 and 10 o'clock, even until I was 18 for crying out loud. Like, different. He never gets in trouble. I get in trouble for everything. And I'm just thinking, I'm 39 years old and you guys still come at me. So at the end of the day, well, here's the deal. I'm going to forgive you guys because I'll never see you guys ever again. I'm okay with that. It's the saddest realization of my entire life is that my family, not my family, if I really needed them in a time of need, it would have to be a real big time of need because I'm going to tell you, there's been quite a few times of needs that they're not there. Not there at all. And then you can go, oh, well, what about this? No, don't say what about this. Don't lie. Two different sides of the story. What you may see and what I may see. If you're going to tell me that my feelings are wrong, don't, because they're my feelings. It's how I see life. It is what it is. So, I can't wait for people to actually watch these videos. I'm going to have no friends. That's okay. That's not my goal anymore. My goal in life is anyone who comes through me, and if we can help each other out, great. If I feel that you're going to use me for my energy, for my kindness, for my love, just so that your narcissistic attitude, your self perseverance, your whoever you are as a person, makes you happy, cool. I'm glad it makes you happy. But you know what? I've gone through a lot of bad karma this year. The fact that somebody had to buy me a turkey for Christmas dinner, and the fact that I asked my family, I said, hey, why don't you guys come up to Lethbridge? I got Christmas dinner ready. Like, I'll cook it and everything. Nope. They want to go up to Calgary. So they want to go to a condo in Calgary, which has two beds. So there's going to be my mom and my grandma sleeping in my mom's bed. My cousin, he's renting a room in my mom's condo. So he's got another bed. Those two kids, where are they going to sleep? Are they sleeping on the couch with me? Are they sleeping on the floor? Because when we last checked, all the rentals were taken up. So I don't really know where anyone's going to sleep. But hey, if you came to Lethbridge, we got 6 bedrooms in this house. That means everyone would have a bed. I've checked the hotels. Everything's open up. You can get a room here if need be. So why would they go, oh no, let's not have the last Christmas of Dustin's life? Because I'm not staying. I've learned after this year, nothing's guaranteed. Family's not guaranteed. Canada as a country is really not guaranteed. You guys don't even know how bad this country is going to get. I'm forewarning you guys right now. This country is going to shamble. Like it's done. It's going to be collapsing. You know why they're bringing in so many people? Because it's so expensive to live here. You can't have a kid, which means that those people who are trying to just live and then have a kid, it's not possible. You can't afford them. So that's why they bring in people. See how different that is? We can't have our own kids because we can't afford them in this country. We have to bring other people and their money. Are you guys not putting that together? So I'm going to help out people. Like I said, I got a lot of love to give, and I'm going to make sure that we all get ahead in this world. Even if you have a passion or something, let's work on it 1 to 2 hours a day. Try to build it up. Realize that it's not going to be overnight. I've been doing this business for the last 4 months, and I'm going to be done after 5 months. So it took me 5 months to set up a full consulting business, and I still don't have the business license. I'm probably pretty sure somebody's going to pay for it. I know who, and if she sees my videos, she won't. But let's let's get one thing from her before I leave. And I'm going to tell you right now, whoever my best friend is, I know who my best friend is. If it's her, great. But I'm also going to tell you, there's another girl that just came out. She treats me really good. She's very loyal. She even said she'll beat the shit out of any woman for me. I'm thinking, "Ugh." At least I know that up front, don't piss her off because she'll always take care of me or she'll always be by my side. And I'm not looking for someone who's going to give me all the world of love. Like I have no, don't get me wrong, that sounds absolutely amazing. Just get me 1% more love than what I get now, and I would be blessed. But this is going to be a good year coming up. Um, this is a long video. I really probably should recheck what I even said here. Anyways, take your losses before you become the boss. Try to be 1% better. Divinity virtue, divine timing. Let's just try to help everyone to be better, better every day. Better ourselves. Just thank the world, thank the planet, thank the creator, spirits, ancestors, guardian angels, God, energy, whoever you believe in. Thank them all. I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, I'm going to tell you, it sucks being on a spiritual awakening, but it's nice. It's nice to see just everyone's true colors. And it makes it harder. It does, because now I see a lot of fakeness in the world. I see the world's fake. It's okay. I'm not here for any other reason than, I guess, whatever path that starts lighting up for me. And all these things just happen out of nowhere that I just go with. So that being said, thank you very much. Have a great Friday. I know that tonight I'm gonna go out, hang out with some friends, and I think I'm just gonna have a lot of love tonight because it seems like Christmas moods, Mercury retrograde. Those who want to be in your life will be in your life. You're gonna have to make that decision whether you let them back in or not. I'm gonna tell you right now, everyone that's hurt me in this last year, good luck in life. I wish you the best. I don't hold anything against you guys because you know what? We all have to make our own journeys. I just wish that you weren't hurting me to get yourself ahead, but I've done it to people, so tit for tat. I can't complain. I gotta just be better. I gotta take my losses. So thank you very much, and sorry for the long video, but have a great weekend. God bless. Amen.